Okay, this is the mobile discussion on what I'd like to see if we can fix on the FF Insight site, comparing it to 538. So I've opened it up on two iPhone 7 side by side, so you can see everything is, as far as sizing, should be similar. You can see on the very first part that nothing really matches yet. So I mentioned the ad. We want to add on the desktop. We want to get it here too. Same thing with the search. I click search on here. It opens it. It does actually overlap the title. That's fine. I just want it to stick and on the same line and kind of be clean, as opposed to on this one where I click it and it moves the whole screen around. So we don't want that. I'm not sure why the label, the title isn't there. This little drop down, it just takes up a lot of space. You know, you've got a third of the screen being used up for nothing really. And there's just so much more involved in much less space over here. So we want to get that top to look like this. Next, when you look at the articles, we want to still match this font and the style. Same thing happened on desktop. We want to try to get the ordering, the category, the name, the by, and get rid of all this content with the paragraph. So make all of this look like that. You notice we don't have older entries or anything else. It just goes right to the articles, and they're all separated by that line that goes all the way across. I see we have a line, it stops a little short. That's fine, but if it can be extended, that would be preferred. Notice that I'm zoomed all the way out on both of these, and this is supposed to look like that. So you can see the style is still quite a bit off. I've seen this move around a good bit over the last few days as far as sizing is concerned, but this is what we want the look to be. That, match that. So as far as that section on the desktop that's the middle, the post section, which on here is called latest. Where are we? Here we go. So, and you can see there's a little pop-up ad. If we have the ability to put those in, that would be nice. We want to make this format match. So you see it's the same issue as here as it was on the desktop, where the date runs in with the name. We don't want that. We want the date on its own line, preferably at the beginning, preferably shortened like this one. So it just says the abbreviation SEP, SEPT, whatever it is, just don't write out the whole thing because it just takes up a lot of space. And we want to try to match these fonts. But other than that, the lines not going to the end, that's not a significant issue. Fix if it can be fixed. I notice we have a lot more space on this, on mobile and desktop. If we can get that shrunken down a little bit, that would be nice. So you notice that these images, they vary in height. They're always the same width, but they can vary in height. And right now, all of them are the same height on FF Insights. I don't know if that's easy to change, but please let me know. So the idea would be I click this and it would go to one of the articles where I just set the link in here to tell it which one to go to. This section, same as above, we want to match that format, get rid of all this preview font, and just have the name of the article and the date it was published. And that's good. I think that's about it. Let me just click on one of the articles. All right, so same as what was on the home page. Lots of wasted space. Got to try to match this one over here. Get the ad up there, the menu up here, the search window, nice and clean. How it sticks right there. Please try to get the FF Insights label here as matching as possible. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. So we want to try to get the same matching format. So this one, we've got the picture first, then the label, then the sharing options. Let's try to match that. So the image, this is another issue actually. You'll notice the images on here, they shrink to fit the size of the screen, just like they did on desktop. On this one, it's not doing that. So it's actually truncated, it's cutting off half of the image that's over here on this image. So this actually is cut in half. So what we want to do is make this fit whatever screen it's on. This is the same comment for desktop is on here as well. We'd like to get one or at least 2 spaces if possible between leagues and Facebook, before between the actual content and the comments. What was mentioned earlier with these, if we can make sure the date is on a separate line, preferably in the same format as on 538, we want it here as well. I assume if it's fixed in one spot, it fixes it everywhere. And that's it for now. Thank you.